Hey guys, it's Jerry McManus from Keller, and we're here to talk about today the biggest mistakes that sellers are making in today's market. This is an extremely important video because one of the things that I've seen over the last few years is now people are starting to take things for granted. Not everybody, but enough people. In the last 3 years, pretty much all you had to do was announce from the doorstep that your house is for sale and you'd pretty much get smothered with both showings and offers. And that's not necessarily the case today. A couple of the things that have happened is that prices have gone up and it's left a lot of number of folks behind so that they're not able to be participating into the market like they should have been. But the other thing that's beginning to happen is that more and more inventory has come on the market, so that gives people more options. Again, to review some of the mistakes that they're making is number one, they're not properly pricing their home. People are hearing these outrageous, what seem to be outrageous numbers, and they are just shooting for the moon. I don't know if they think they're selling a house or they're trying to win the lottery, but I assure you it is the former and not the latter. And by pricing it properly, we do have to take a look and see how does your house compare to the other homes that have sold in the immediate area. Again, depending upon where you live, a lot of the homes are in developments. When you take a look at a home in a development, the appraiser's not going to go outside the development, generally speaking, unless there are no comps. You have to take a look at a number of the key features and comparing and contrasting views, sort of like an appraiser would do. But the other thing I see that's happening is that people are consistently underpricing their home. And I've talked about this on a past video where people are in an effort to get a quick sale, and I'm calling out the real estate agents on this one. The agents underprice the home in an effort to get multiple bid situations and get the house bid up. There's only one problem with that, is that sometimes the house doesn't get bid up to the point where it was supposed to, and the price of the house is so low that people are attracted more to that lower price than they are what the actual market value is. So the second thing that I've seen happening is this idea of skipping the small stuff. This drives me nuts because a lot of times when you take a look at these homes that have been selling for top dollar, and I have a great record of getting higher and higher prices in developments, because people that pay attention when it comes to the staging. Is the house cluttered? Does it have too many personal effects? Things like that really do help detract from the overall experience with touring your home. And is that something that you really want to do? Or are you open-minded enough to be able to know what that quote-unquote small stuff is and to be able to address those concerns that it may throw off your potential buyers. The third thing that I wanted to take a look at is that people are not looking objectively at their house. In other words, they're looking at the way they look at the house, not looking at their house the way the market is looking at their house. And there are certain things that are still not really acceptable, but commonplace that I see. And I'll give you an example of that. You ever walk upstairs and you see 5 different types of floorings between 4 bedrooms and a hallway and a bathroom? That is not a really good selling point because it does a lot. And even if the house is really neat and clean, people in their minds, psychologically, there's a discontinuity in there and they're not able to really appreciate the home. Same thing about paint colors. You know, you have 4 bedrooms, a living room, dining room, family room, and kitchen, and you have 9 colors throughout the house. And the last thing that I wanted to discuss with you is this idea of not willing to negotiate. One of the biggest things that I see in the market today is that people want to sell the house, quote unquote, as is. I've been in the business 20 years, and one of the things that I've noticed when people say and they see as is in a description, the first thing that comes to mind from the buyer is, what's wrong with it? I have to ask you a question. Is that an idea that you wish to communicate with the consuming public? And usually what I wind up saying to people who tell me, because they've heard they don't have to do anything, when they approach the market with this as-is mentality, as in, I'm not going to fix anything, and I say to the person, really, well, what happens if it's only a $5 washer? And then I've never once had somebody be that militant about it to say, I absolutely will not fix my leaky pipe that's destroying my cabinets. Well, that's the whole point, really, of what a home inspection is for. So I really don't think it's wise that you not negotiate with especially some of the obvious things that have to do with the destruction of your home, health and safety issues, things of that nature. That's kind of it in a nutshell for today, but that's a lot. But I think at the same time, these are things that I'm seeing happening in the market today. By all means, feel free to give me a call, 856-373-3537. And by all means, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that we can stay in touch. Thanks again for sharing some time with me. Hey guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell. This way we can stay connected. Here's my contact information should you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.